music for a child's heart, body, and mind.
Good morning, sardonyx class. How are you doing today? I want to believe you're all safe. So you're welcome to another mathematics class. Remember the last time we had mathematics? We started a topic which is perimeter of irregular shapes. And I was able to define irregular shapes to you, and I told you how to find the perimeter. So today we'll be looking at the concluding part of that topic, area of irregular shapes. We're looking at area of what? Irregular shapes. So come with me as I teach you how to find the area of irregular shapes. Area of irregular shapes. Now to find the area of irregular shapes, detach the irregular shape into regular shapes. Remember I told you when we started on Monday that irregular shapes can actually be broken down to regular shapes like square, rectangle, and triangle. So for you to find area, you need to detach the irregular shape into regular shapes. Then you find the area of each regular shape and add them together. You remember when we were finding perimeter with find the area of the following shapes. Number one. Now you can see the shape we have here is an irregular shape. We used this type of shape during our last class when we were looking for perimeter. But now we're looking at area. But don't forget the instruction from the introduction. When you are to find the area of irregular shape, you are to break it down to regular shapes. But before we do that, always look for the what? Sides that are not given. Now you can see this side is not given, isn't it? So what do? I'll use the opposite to find it. This entire length is 8 meters. It means this entire length as well is 8 meters, isn't it? But don't forget, here is 3 meters, which makes here 3 meters as well. So if the entire length is 8 meters and here to here is 3, the remaining thing will be what? 5 meters. So I've gotten this side. The same thing goes for this side. This entire length is 6 meters, isn't it? So use the opposite. It means if I bring it down here, the entire length is as well 6 meters. But don't forget, here to here is 2, which makes here 2. So out of 6, if 2 is gone, what do you have left? 4 meters. So I have on my side now, isn't it? So the next thing is to detach. Now for this shape now, there are 2 ways to detach. It's either I cut it this way, or I cut it this way. But I would rather go this way, so I'll cut it this way. So now I have 2 shapes. I'll call the first one A, and the second shape is what? B. So the next thing is to separate them, okay? So let me bring out A out first. This is my shape A. Okay, so what's the measurement of this side for A? It is what? 2 meters. What's the measurement of this side for A? It is not 8. Remember, the entire length is 8, but we cut it from here. So it is what? 5 meters. So looking at A now, what shape is A? A is a rectangle because the length and the breadth are not the same, isn't it? So how do we find the area of rectangle? So what do you say? Area of A is what? Length times breadth, which is 2 times 5. And that gives you what? 10 meters squared. That's for A, isn't it? Now let's bring out our B. This is our B. B is horizontal this way. B. Now, what is this side for B? It is 3 meters. And what is this length for B? It is not 4 meters. You can see it extends to this place. So it is what? 6 meters. So I have 6 meters there. Now, what shape is B? B is a rectangle, isn't it? Because the length and the breadth are not the same. So what do you say? Area of B is length times breadth, which is 6 times 3, isn't it? So that gives you what? 18 meters squared. So how do you find the area of this regular shape now? You add the 2 areas of the individual regular shapes together. So therefore, area equals to what? 10 plus what? 18. And area is what? 28 meters squared. Remember, we're looking for area, so you have to square your unit. So the area of this irregular shape is what? 28 meters squared. Example 2, you can see this is another irregular shape. We have to find the area of this, okay? But what we need to do is let's find the side that is not given. Then we can now break it into regular shapes. So this is the only side that is not given. Obviously, this here is also what? 4, because it is the same as this. But this side is not given. So how do we get this side? Remember, use the opposite, which is this. So this side is equal to this entire length I just marked out, isn't it? So if here is 2, that means here is 2. Here is 2, also here is what? 2. So this entire length will be 2 plus 6 plus 2, which is what? 10. So it means this side is what? 10 centimeters. So I may just erase it off. Okay? Now I want to detach. There are 2 ways to detach. It's either I cut it here, like this way, and this way. I will have 3 shapes, this, and this. Or I what? Cut it this way. And this way I will have this, and this. So I want to choose to cut it this way. I will cut it off this way. I will also cut it off this way. So I have 3 shapes: A, B, and C. So I'm to separate A, B, and C and find their individual areas. So how do I achieve that? Let me start with A. This is my A. Now for my A, what is this side? It is 2 centimeters. And what is this length? This length will not be 5. Remember, entire length is 5, but we cut it off here. So it is here to here, which is now what? Just 4 centimeters. So what do you say? Area of A. What shape is this? It's a rectangle, you can see. Length and breadth are not the same. Okay? So area of a rectangle is length times breadth. That will be 4 times 2. And that gives you 8 centimeters squared. I'm using centimeter now because my dimensions are given in centimeter. So let's bring out our B. B is the same thing as A. B is the same thing as what? A. So you can see for my B, this side is 2 centimeters. And this side is not 5. Remember, the entire length is 5, but you cut it off here. So it is just from here to here, which is just 4 centimeters. So what do you say? Area of B. B is a rectangle. That will be what? 4 times 2. And that gives you what? 8 centimeters squared. Now let's bring out the last part, which is C. C is horizontal this way. Okay, for C, what do you think this side will be for C? Yes, this side will be 1 centimeter. How do I know? Don't forget, this entire length is what? 5 centimeter. But also from inside here to here is just 4. So the remaining one will be what? 1 centimeter to make it 5. So here is 1 centimeter. Here is also 1 centimeter, isn't it? So for C, this side is what? 1 centimeter. Then what do you think this side will be? This side will be 10, because it's what? It's extend from here to the end. So that's what? 10 centimeters. So it's still a rectangle because the length and the breadth are not what? Equal. So what's area of C? Area of C equals to what? 1 times 10. And that gives you what? 10 centimeters squared. So since we have found the area of individual regular shapes, all we need to do now is add them together, and that will give us the area of these irregular shapes. So area becomes what? First one is what? 8 plus 8, second one, then plus 10. And that gives you what? 26 centimeters squared. So 26 centimeters squared is the area of this irregular shape. Remember, it is centimeters, and we have to square because it is what? Area. Alright, example 3. This is another irregular shape, and we have to find the area. So what do we do here? Before we detach it, we need to find the sides that are not given, isn't it? So we start with this side. It's not given. Now to find this side, use the opposite side, isn't it? Because this opposite side is equal to this side when I extend it this way. It means this entire length is also 7 centimeters. But don't forget, here is 2. And here they are the same. So this makes this place what? 2 centimeters. So out of 7, if 2 is taken away, what do you have left? You have 5, which makes this side what? 5 centimeters. So I can now erase this now. I've gotten that side. Isn't it? Now, here and here they are the same. So if here is 5, it means this place will also be what? 5 centimeters. The same thing applicable to this side. This place will be 5 centimeters because they are equal in length, isn't it? So the only side left is this place. How do I get this? I use the opposite. Is that not? So here is 12. If I join this way too, it makes it what? 12. But don't forget, if here is 2, it means here is 2. I already have here to be 2. And if here is 2, here is 2. So I have 2 plus 2 plus 2, which makes it 6. So out of 12, if 6 is taken away, what do I have left? I have 6 centimeters left. So I've gotten this side. Now the next thing now is to detach. I've gotten on the sides. So there are 2 ways to go about cutting it. I can cut it like this and like this, and we have A, B, C. And I can as well decide to cut it what? This way. like this, and like this. I will have what? A, B, C, D. But then I will choose what? The other one I did first. So I will cut like this. I will cut like this. I will cut like this. So what do I have? A, B, and C. I have three shapes now, A, B, and C. So let me bring them out one after the other. So the first one is what? A. This is shape A. So what's this side for A? Don't forget this side and this side, they are the same. So if here is 2, it means here is 2. So this side for A is 2 centimeters. Then what is the length? It is 12. The entire length is 12 centimeters. So this is a rectangle. So what do you say? Area of A is what? Length times breadth. 12 times 2, that gives you 24 centimeters squared. So let's bring out our B. B is horizontal this way. So for B, what is this side? It is 2 centimeters. Then for B, what is this side? This side is not 7. Remember, the entire length is 7, but we cut it here. So it's no longer 7, it's just here to here, which is same thing as here to here, which is 5. So it won't be 7, to be what? 5 centimeters. So this is a rectangle, obviously. And area of B will be area of a rectangle. So area of B will now be what? Length times breadth, which is 5 times 2. And that gives you what? 10 centimeters squared. Now B and C are the same. So you bring out your C again. For C, this side is 2. So it will be 2 centimeters. And for C, this side is what? Just 5 centimeters. So what do you have? Area of C equals to area of a rectangle, 5 times 2, and that gives you what? 10 centimeters squared. So I found the area of the 3 regular shapes. All I need to do is add them together now to get the area of regular shapes. So what do I say? Area becomes what? 24 plus 10 plus 10. That gives us what? 44 centimeters squared. That's the area of the irregular shape. Example 4, and this will be the last example for today. We have to find the area of this shape. Okay, all we need to do is find the other sides that are not given, then we divide it to regular shapes. Remember, we use this in our perimeter, isn't it? So for me to find this side now, what do? Remember, this side is equal to this side if I make up this shape. If I make it up this way, so this side and this side, they are the same. So I will still make it this way. So here to here is 3. Here to here is 3, which makes here to here also what? 3. Here to here is 3, which makes here to here also 3. So this entire length becomes 3 plus 3 plus 3. That gives you 9 centimeters. The same thing applicable to this side. This entire length is the same thing as this entire length. Here to here is 3. Here to here is 3, which makes here to here also 3. Here to here is 3, which makes also here 3 centimeters. So this entire length becomes 3 plus 3 plus 3, that's 9, which is equal to this side as well. Okay? So I will erase these things now so I can have what? A proper shape I can divide. I'm able to get my unknown sides. Okay? So next thing now is to detach. So there are several ways to detach. I can detach like this, and I will have 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. I can as well what? Detach this way. I can cut it, divide it this way. I will have what? A, B, C. Isn't it? So I would like to go with this one. So I have A, I have B, and I have C. So the first thing is, let me bring out my A. My A is like this. So what's my A? This side is what? 3 centimeters. What's this side? It's also 3 centimeters. So what is A? A is a square. It's not a rectangle in this case. So it's a square. So what do? Area of A would be area of a square. What's the area of a square? Length times length. That's what? 3 times 3. And that's give you what? 9 centimeters squared. So let's bring out our B. Our B is a bit longer than A. So this is B. What is this side for B? It is 3 centimeters, okay? What do you think will be this side for B? This side for B will now be what? Here to here is 3. Don't forget, here to here is the same thing as here to here, which is also 3. So the entire length for B will be what? 3 plus 3, which is what? 6. So for B it is 6 centimeters. So what shape is this? It's a rectangle. So to find the area of B, that means I'm looking for the area of a rectangle. So area of B becomes what? Length times breadth, 6 times 3. That gives us what? 18 centimeters squared. And the very last one, the longest, this is my C. For C, what is this side? This side is simply 3 centimeters. But what is this the longer side? The longer side will now be what? Let's find it out. Okay? Here to here is 3. Here to here is 3, which makes here to here also 3. Here to here is 3. Here to here will be 3. Definitely here to here will also be 3. What? So what is this side? That will be 3 plus 3 plus 3. So this length is what? 9 centimeters. If you don't want to use that side, you can also use the other side. That has been given. We have already found it to be 9, isn't it? So you have what? 9 centimeters. So this is a rectangle. Area of C becomes length times breadth. 9 times what? 3, and that gives you what? 27 centimeter squared. So we have found the area of the regular shapes. What we do is add them up. So the total area of the irregular shape becomes what? 9 plus what? 18 plus what? 27. And when you add this together, it gives you what? 54 centimeter squared. That's the area of what? The irregular shape. Alright, sardonyx, we have come to the end of today's class. Watch the video for explanation, copy your note. It has come to my note that some of you just watch the video, you don't copy your note. Please ensure that the note is copied and do your classwork and homework. See you some other time. Bye for now.